Well, it's great to welcome Brian Sillett, Vice President of Snyder Electric, to the show. And boy, you were doing a great walkthrough with me on common electrical problems with homes. Where do we begin?
So a lot of the things we see in houses are overloaded outlets, outdated electrical components, and expired smoke detectors. Just a few things we see when we walk through.
So some of the common things, the biggest common issue you've seen as an electrician, what is that?
I would say the most common thing we see is expired smoke detectors. You know, a lot of people don't realize that they do have a shelf life of 8 to 10 years, and after that they need to be replaced. If you're curious about your smoke detectors, you can take one down. I've got one right here.
Okay.
And on the back it does have a manufacturer's date. This one's manufactured by Kitty and has a life of 10 years. After that, it needs to be replaced.
There's nothing worse than a beep at 2 a.m. in the morning. Right. So there is a little date on the back, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, and if it starts beeping and going off, what's the best thing they can do?
For the time being, you can hush it by pushing the button and call an electrician the next morning and have them come out and swap them all out. Usually they've all been installed at the same time, so they all need to be replaced at the same time too.
Thank goodness we have you out there, Brian. So appreciate you. Also, we've had this issue, breakers flipping off. What do you do with that around the home?
A breaker flipping off can be a sign you have an electrical problem, either with the appliance that's plugged in or with the circuit itself. It's important that you don't try and hold it on or turn it back on or repeatedly try it back and forth. If you've got one that's tripped, you've got a problem, you need to have somebody come check it out.
Well, I've got some pandemic stories for you when all the family was at home and those breakers were flipping off, so good advice there with that. And then also surge protectors, okay? This is another big issue. Usually I've spent all this money on these big plugs that you buy, but things have changed. How's that evolved?
Sure. So surge protectors now, you can get a whole home surge protector that we install next to your electrical panel that will protect all the electrical components of your home. Really important here in Florida where we got so many lightning strikes and unpredictable weather, power surges. It's nice to have that peace of mind that your electronics are protected.
See, I did not know that. And let's stay with that weather theme. As a meteorologist, hurricane season's upon us now. It gets longer each and every year. We always seem to have threats left and right. Now they're coming in from the Gulf or the Atlantic. So home generators, are they worth the purchase, and where do we begin with that when we're thinking about making that decision as a family?
Well, the price has come down a lot, and the quality of the installation has gone up a lot. They're super simple, not a lot of maintenance. We've installed a ton of them over the past 3 or 4 years, more of them every year. It's definitely something that, you know, if you're worried about medical equipment in your home, if you're working from home now and you want to just ensure your power and make sure that, you know, unpredictable weather, either a hurricane or anything, isn't going to cause you to lose power.
Yeah, the feedback we're getting, you know, folks really started to think about this, especially during Matthew in 2016, then Irma in 2017, and then we've had a lot of tropical storms in between. So something you may want to think about at home. So
for sure.
You said you're installing a lot of these. That's the trend. Are there any special promotions?
Sure. Right now we're doing financing on them, 0% financing. You can go on the website and get more information there. We'll come out and do an estimate for you for free on the generators, get you a price, and see if you want to get one put in.
Okay, you make it easy. That's what it's all about. And how can we find you?
You can go to our website, snyderac.com.
All right, well, thank you so much, Brian, for being on our show.
Thanks.
And of course, head to our website. We've got you covered, firstcoastliving.net.